certainty, security. If we're not secure with a roof over our head or food on the table, or just, we're just, on a hamster wheel trying to make ends meet, it is a little difficult to get into this, mode of helping other people. I mean, you might help people in lots of little ways, but like making big strides too, because you're so focused on having to make ends meet. That can show up in all kinds of ways too. Security is not just for people that are, struggling financially or whatever. It can be something that is internal from how you grew up. You could have had uncertainty later in life, and you might have tons of money now, but you still feel like, how you did when you were younger, and with the instability that was part of your roots. Just so that I don't take the whole time explaining the needs, that's one example. And there's what I call the positive sides of security, which is, hey, you might keep a job a long time, you might stay in a relationship and be able to embrace commitment. There's great things about valuing certainty and security. People can count on you, And then the shadow side is like never really feeling like you have enough, like always wanting to strive for more, feeling insecure about money, about your worth, all of that.
Yeah.
Maybe staying in things too long, not valuing growth because it's better to just stay where you are than risk something new, that kind of thing. So that's an example. When you get into the training and reading the book, I go really deep into each need. So I explore all that kind of stuff. So I'll go through the other 5 more quickly. Uncertainty and variety. As much as sometimes we need certainty and security around things, we also need spice in our life. We want
It's novelty.
to experience things and get out in the world and, and whatever way we do that. It could be watching lots of movies. It could be eating lots of different types of food and exploring, different restaurants. It could be, in dating a lot of people. I mean, it's just, there's lots of ways that what having a need for variety can show up. And then the need of self, I mentioned earlier, having a need to feel like we have self-worth, that we have significance in this life, and that shows up a lot in careers and relationships, feeling valued and whatnot. How we serve our needs for self is really important. Our need for growth, we need to grow. Sometimes I feel like and actually Tony Robbins a lot of times says, if you're not growing, you're dying inside.
Yeah.
We do want progress. And intimacy, connection, is another one, where feeling like we have a connection with other people. And, there's intimacy with yourself, that into me I see. And then there's the intimacy with others into, me you see, all of that. And then the last one is transcendence, which is what we talked about earlier, about just really wanting to give back and have a value that goes beyond our other needs.